What if thriving wasn't about getting life perfect?
but learning to find peace and purpose right in the mess.
I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Tom, and we walked away from the version of life that looked right to build one that feels alive.
We'll talk about the beauty and the struggle, from parenting and marriage to faith, well-being and travel.
This is The Whole of Us.
We have the most incredible treat for everybody listening today. We have two very, very special guests.
They're probably our most favourite people in the world.
In the world.
In the world. We've talked a lot about the way that we've travelled, the way that we've grown and experienced life, the way our nervous systems have changed and adapted. And these girls have lived it with us. They've experienced the highs, the lows, the everything in between. And it's, oh man.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
If anyone's going to cry, it'll be me.
So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to Alessia and Isla. Welcome to
girls.
the podcast.
Hello.
So we thought we would ask you girls, because nobody knows about the last few years more than you two. And we want to know what it was like from your perspective to share to people who are thinking about traveling with their kids or are just wondering how you've experienced mummy and daddy and how you've grown these last few years.
So to start us off, can you tell us how old you are, how old you were when we left, and a moment that you still think about from our travels? Do you want to go first, Ali?
My name's Isla. I'm 11 years old, and when we started, I was 8. A moment that I can remember very clearly out of the travels is probably going to Thailand and going ziplining. And I was fairly scared. Well, quite scared. And he asked me if I could demonstrate how to hook myself on. And so I was like, oh, okay, that'll be fine. Da-da-da-da-da. And then he hooked me on and just pushed me. And I was like, uh-oh, what have I gotten myself into?
Yeah.
And then I was screaming because I was the first one to go, and I didn't really realize that he was doing it. And he just went, shove to me.
Goodbye.
And just like, goodbye. And I was like, ah.
But did you love it in the end?
Yes, I did really enjoy it after I got over that. Yeah.
And can I just say, this is the girl who, before we went ziplining, was pretty scared. There was a bit of anxiety around going and excitement as well, but you were pretty unsure. And this was one of those moments that seeing the growth in you and seeing the capacity that you had to step into difficult things and to genuinely love and enjoy them, oh man, our parent hearts were just swelling. It was good.
Okay, Alessia, your turn.
I'm 9 and I was 6 when I started. One moment that I remember very clearly is going in Thailand to to a really cool mud playground. That was amazing. Yeah, the moment there I clearly remember is him at the end, the guide taking us and saying to us, do you want to go mudsliding? And we would, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went on the slide. We put water down it. We got wet and then slid down the slide. So much fun.
For context, this is like a 3-story high slide that's built off the back of a giant wooden Trojan horse. And the girls had slid down it on dry mats, hadn't
Yeah.
they?
No, we just slid down.
Oh, slid down it dry, and then they wet the whole thing, and it turned into the craziest mud bath.
Water slide.
It was pretty amazing.
Really cool. It was almost like you were doing loop-de-loops. It was so slidey because you were on these like yoga mats with handles, and you had to like squish the yoga mats onto you so you'd like not burn yourself on the way down because
It's
you're
like
like
you had
slipping and sliding all over the place. It was very
Had
funny.
to pull it up so then the mug wouldn't just slide in your face.
But you got plenty of mud in your face, didn't you?
Yeah, even though.
Okay, I'd love to hear, what has something been that travel made you more curious about?
I'd definitely be more curious about history. Like, I enjoyed it a lot more when we were at the place in the time and like experiencing things with like hands-on. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my answer. I think I got more curious about animals in the sense that I wasn't that curious when we left. And now I'm very curious about how we can save them, how we can keep them alive, how we can save the endangered species and all that.
It's amazing what travel has done to open your eyes up to things around the world.
Yeah.
And it's been really cool watching your interests grow and change. There was a time that you, Isla, were really interested in sustainability, also about cultures.
About space at one
Oh,
point.
yeah, remember we
and-
did all the space things?
I'm still very interested in space, but at one point I'm still very interested in it, but at one point I was so interested in it, I contacted the mayor about sustainability, and I wrote her a letter, and then we had a chat.
It's pretty cool what's opened up. And I think it just proves that point. Like, we care about what we know about. And travel has opened our eyes to so many things and to so many experiences. And there's something about being in a place and, like you say, hands-on with a place that cements a knowing. It's not just like a head knowing. It's like I feel it, and then we care about it so much more, which is just beautiful.
Well, on that thread, do you think travel changed how you see people from different countries and places?
Yeah, I
Um,
definitely. Oh, sorry. I definitely think so, because I used to be fairly scared of strangers, and I wouldn't want to talk to a random person. But now I'm very happy to talk to anyone at the shops and stuff like that. I'd say similar with me, because I've remembered one bad experience at the shops where I thought someone else's mum. Oh no, to someone else. But then I got scared, and so I went back to mum. And so I'm more confident now.
Yeah. And what do you think? How did you see like different cultures, like when we were in Egypt and Turkey, and different religions and like different skin colors and languages? I'm just wondering the connection you feel towards those people just as humans. Has that changed?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I have a lot more compassion for them, because now I feel like they're exactly the same as us, just a little bit different. Because no one's the same. So yeah. I'd say, like, when we see people that, like, are really famous, or people love people, they're just people.
That's very, very true.
It is.
We're all just people.
All just people. A little bits of difference, but a lot the same.
Well, so is there anyone or particular people from our travels that we've met that you just could never forget?
Yes, definitely. 100%. In America, there was this guy named Luke, who was my Sunday school youth teacher. And he was lovely. Yeah. I would say in the same place but different person, Naomi, she was my kids' church leader.
What did you love about her?
She was really kind, and she loved taking in new people, and we've just got to see her so much.
Yeah, she really, really took it. She just invested in you, didn't she? And I think you felt very seen by her, and the way that she approached you was really beautiful. Is there any other people you can think of?
I'd say the guy in Greece, or Turkey. Yeah, it was Turkey. We always, on every Sunday morning, we'd go down to the markets, and we go to this cheese and olives market, and there was this guy who said, "Mini breakfast time!"
Well, it was a little like, "It's mini breakfast time, my girls."
And so he just gave us all the olives and all the cheese, and then we came home with bags full of cheese.
How much
and
did Dad
olives.
spend at the cheese and olive stand every week?
A lot.
Yes, a lot. He had his marketing tactics well down.
Well, they were delicious cheese and olives.
What did you guys think about? I mean, you guys were a lot younger at the time when we started traveling, right? Do you remember feeling anything, or was it just, oh, well, this is what we're doing next when we left?
I feel like when we left, I definitely was uncertain. And I was like, I don't want to be doing this for the next month and a half. But yeah, and then I started really enjoying it. And yeah.
What about you there?
I was very sad when we had to leave Australia, but then I realized throughout the travel that it's okay to miss someone and that we're gonna be okay no matter what we do.
I love that. I was also a little sad, and I feel teary just remembering that.
Yeah.
It felt like we were stepping as the four of us into this crazy adventure, but we were together.
Yeah.
Were there times while we were traveling that you just wanted to go home?
Definitely.
Definitely, yeah.
That time was like, I think it was in Mexico before we knew that we were going to leave. I think we got Mum and Dad into the thing. We made a paper airplane, then wrote a note inside it. And so we flew it to Mum and Dad. And then because they were across the room from us and we didn't want to get out of our room. And so we sent it to them and somehow we left then.
What did that note say, though? Do you remember what you wrote?
No.
You said, "Dear Mum and Dad, we are loving traveling, but we'd really like to go home now."
Oh, yeah.
We love you, Isla and Alessia. You know, our hearts were just so touched in that moment because there'd been a number of moments in the year and a half beforehand where, for whatever was happening, one of us was going, I just want to go home. And it was just a lot. And it was often after a big day or we were tired or there was lots of emotion and it made a lot of sense. But there was something about this moment. We'd had a really beautiful conversation and I don't know whether you remember, but before you sent that note, we'd sat for a good couple of hours and we were just reflecting on how beautiful our trip had been so far, how challenging and how growing it had been, and just kind of reflecting on the goodness of it and how we'd been okay and just trying to work out what did next look like. And then you sent us this note and it was just beautiful confirmation for us to go, yeah, let's go home.
Yeah, and we did go home, I think like a day later. So we had already been feeling that it was time to go home.
Yeah. So we went into the next hotel and we said it was nearly Easter. And so Mum and Dad did a note and we were sitting on the bench. Then it was like, where are we going next? The first note. And then the next one was, we're spending Easter with a fluffy thing. And then the next one was, we're going on a plane. And then the last one was, we're going home. And it was, yeah, we're going home.
And then everyone cried.
Yeah. For confirmation, this fluffy thing we're talking about in this is Nala. She's literally the cutest dog ever.
Was she the thing you missed the most?
Definitely.
Well, I missed her a lot, but I missed other things lots as well.
Like what?
Family.
Yeah, you missed family and friends.
And friends.
I feel like
What do you think helped in the moments where you were really homesick and you just wanted to come home? Can you remember anything helping?
Yes. Cuddles and just making a cave under our blankets and just lying there. Cuddling with teddies as well.
I think probably the same as what Lassie said.
Go.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's amazing how these little things often just help us feel a little bit safer in a moment where we're feeling a bit unsure. And I remember some of those moments where it might have been after a big day or where we'd moved to a new country or a new city and we were feeling pretty unsure and like, I don't know what's going on. And I think some of those times as well, you were probably picking up on a bit of what Mum and I were feeling, which was a very similar feeling of, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I think I just want to go home and curl up in a ball
And
too.
that one time at the airport when we forgot our visas.
Yes. Okay, so that's a question then. How do you think Mum and I have shown up with you girls in the last couple of years?
Very good.
Yeah, you've done surprisingly well. Surprisingly well.
Okay, tell me about that. What do you think we've done well and what do you think we could have improved?
We could have improved on.
Well,
Maybe less stress.
Yeah, probably less stress.
Or our response to the stress,
Yeah.
because stress will
Yeah.
come, right?
Yeah, because
definitely. And after long days, trying to be more calm.
Yeah, I think you did well in making us feel comfortable. Dad, you were amazing in the fact that whenever one of us girls was angry or cranky
Or hungry.
or hungry, you knew exactly what we needed. We either needed food or we needed to go to sleep, and you did an amazing job of staying calm. And yeah.
Thank you.
I think he was probably the calmest in every moment out of all of
I agree. Daddy has held the emotional space of this family very well, and he's been very peaceful and calm, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
What do you think Mummy did well?
You did good at organizing everything.
You were good at telling us, girls, we just need to stay here for a minute at the airport when we forgot our visas. You were good at telling us calmly, girls, this is what we're going to do when it was a really stressful moment.
Yes, the fallout's often hard, isn't it? But it was at the times it's sort of like good in the emergency, like, okay, right now we're going to just do this and then we'll do this. Because there were a lot of pretty crazy circumstances that happened for us.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And so then I'm curious, you two have had to spend a lot of time together the last 2 years. You've been sleeping in the same room, in the same bed a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And we obviously haven't had as many people around us, or friends or schoolmates that you've been playing with. How do you think you girls have stayed connected over the last 2 years?
We've stayed such good friends.
Oh, I reckon probably having to be forced to be together. Like, there is no way. Like, we are in a tiny hotel room. There is no way to get away from this person. Just got to deal with it. It probably got easier and easier. And if someone was to ask me who is your best friend, I would definitely say Alessia is my best friend.
Exactly. That's the same as I would say.
Yeah.
I would so agree in that sense of, like, you couldn't escape each other. You had to work it out. But can I just say how proud we are of the way that you have worked it out? The way that you've shown up for each other in such kindness and care. And sure, not perfectly all the time. There's plenty of times where you got frustrated and annoyed at each other and you just needed some time apart for a moment. But, like, I cannot believe how incredibly wonderfully you have treated each other with such kindness and compassion and concern. And it has been delightful watching your friendship grow over the last few years.
We also asked a lot of you girls. Like, we did some crazy things. We had huge travel days.
Yeah.
We would get up at like 2 a.m. sometimes, then get to bed really, really late. And
To, like hot air balloon or something.
yeah, there was
Yeah.
really fun things. Yes.
Yeah.
But then there was just the reality of navigating new cities, new countries, new languages, new cultures, and for all of us, it being very overwhelming. And I think you guys have just absolutely come to the party. Like, it has been, people say, oh, it must be so hard to travel with kids. And some people choose not to travel because they think it would be so harder with kids. But we've seen it through your eyes, and it's made it so much more enjoyable for Daddy and I. Dad and I seeing it black and white, but when you guys are there, it's this color. You notice things that adults don't notice.
And we taste things that adults don't taste, like literally, because we've got stronger taste buds.
Yes. Do you think, when you talk about world schooling, what's been your experience of that? Do you think it's helped your ability to learn, or like, comment on that? What do you think?
I really, really enjoy homeschooling.
Like world schooling, homeschooling?
World schooling, homeschooling, yes. I found it a little hard when we were constantly bouncing around to find time or the energy or the confidence or any of those sort of things to do the work. And I usually found it really, really overwhelming. But when we were settled in a place for a while, I really enjoyed it.
It's funny because that's something we really had to learn, because initially we were traveling pretty quickly, and then we had to all realize, oh no, we need to really slow down now for all of us so that we could get some routine. So routine sounds like it's pretty important to you.
Yeah, routine's definitely really important.
What's something you guys are just so proud of yourselves for?
I'm proud that I got through all of the moments that were hard, and I just wanted to scream at everyone and say, I just want to go home right now.
What's one of those moments that you remember?
Don't know.
Just like some of the stressful travel days or something. Do you remember, like you saying you wanted to scream at people, feel angry? Do you think it was a combination of that and being tired and
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And hungry.
and what?
And hungry.
So you're really proud of the way that you've been able to navigate some really big emotions with a constantly changing circumstances. I'm really proud of you too.
Thanks.
Really, really proud of you, Lassie.
What about you, Ali?
I think I'm proud of myself for getting over my fear
Of heights.
of heights. Yes, I was definitely scared of heights. I'm probably proud of myself for conquering my fear of a fair few things and being able to do it, even though it was hard.
Yeah.
I would 100% agree with you there, Ali. It's been so amazing watching you face these fears, which have felt overwhelming in a moment, and helping you not deny the fear, but be able to sit with that and go, okay, what do I want to choose to listen to here? Do I want to choose to listen to the fear and it stops me from doing something that could actually be really beautiful and fun? Or am I going to choose in despite the fear and do this thing, even though it feels hard, and find and discover this really, really fun thing?
I've got a good question. What would you say if you could go back and talk to your 6 and 8-year-old selves, knowing all that you know now? What would you say to yourself before we started traveling?
I'd probably say to myself, it's okay. You'll get through all of it.
I'd say to myself, why are you afraid? You're going to be fine. Because your mum and dad are here and blah, blah, blah.
Do you think you would say it's going to be better than you can imagine type thing? Or is it like,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah, definitely.
like the fears you had still mattered, but it turned out better than you could have imagined?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it was still hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. I love that there's a willingness to hold the challenge of it and then to go, actually, it's going to be really, really good.
What does home mean to you now? After we've spent 3 years traveling and many, many, many different homes, from mud houses in Egypt to little apartments in Turkey, what does home mean?
I think it means like if you're safe, it's home. And if you like it, then it's home. If it's not, if you don't like it, then it doesn't feel like home. And if you've got all the stuff you've loved, then it's more like home.
Yeah, that's good.
I think for me, it'd probably be where family and pets are. Probably where you're most comfortable in and you feel safe and connected and
So what I'm hearing is that home isn't necessarily a place in particular. It could be many, many places, but it's where you're feeling safe and you have the things that you need, the things that are yours, that you delight in, and where your family is. And I would 100% agree, because I can see that family is where we've found ourselves, and then home is where we found ourselves. There's been houses all around the world that we've referred to as home, because it is our home for that moment. Even if it's one night, it's our home for right then and there.
hotel.
Yeah, the
The
hotel home.
hotel home.
Or the plane home, or the bus home, or the boat home, or the...
Do you think our family has changed since we've travelled?
Yes, we've definitely changed.
In a good way?
Okay, tell me about it. What do you feel has changed?
We're more adventurous now. I feel like we used to just like stay home and like instead of going out hiking, we would sit in bed and watch something. And then now, instead of watching something, we'd go for a swim, we'd go to the beach, we'd go hike a mountain.
We choose to do a lot more together, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the same for you, Les?
I would say all four of us have got more confident in things. Like that we're all not afraid of anything really right now.
Well, you guys are such good cheerleaders too, because just as you felt scared at times, we've also felt scared at times, right? And you'll be like, "Good job, Mum! You've got this, Mum!"
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just thinking of that mountain that we climbed in Wales that was
Oh.
turned into an 8-hour hike and nearly 20 Ks and 1,000 meters of elevation, which was
hard.
amazing.
And Daddy had a broken leg.
Yeah, Dad had a broken leg, and midway through the hike, he said, "I'm just gonna go ice my foot in the lake." And we were all like, "Why are you gonna do that?" And Mum was like, "Why are you gonna do that, honey?" And Dad's like, "My foot's just a little bit sore." A week later, we found out that he had broken his ankle, and he wore a moon boot and crutches for 6 weeks.
And then all me, Mum, and Isla, we all found out that he had a broken leg, and we were all like, "That's why you dunked your ankle in the water."
As we wrap up, I've got the last few questions.
Okay.
What's something you wish Mum and Dad understood about what it's like to be you?
Oh.
I would feel like I wish you understood how hard it's been traveling and how annoyed we've both been in the sense like we're tired and hungry and just want to sleep. We can't because we're on a bus or somewhere where we can't go to sleep and it's not comfy.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, Leslie, because we're really sorry for some of the things that you guys have had to experience and do. And you've been so brave and so courageous. And sometimes we probably haven't just sat down and been like, "That was so hard. Look what you did." It's this duality, because we know traveling has been so incredible and so amazing. But I imagine for a lot of people, everyone says, "You're so lucky you got to travel," and you are. And it's been really hard. So we're really sorry for the times we've missed that, because that really matters to our hearts. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely feel like I agree with Leslie on that, and probably I'd say the same thing as her, but I remember sometimes we'd lie in bed and talk and be like, or we'd write notes to each other when we were sitting next to each other and we could have talked, but you two were like fighting on something. We'd write notes to each other being like, "Let's just stay quiet and let's do our schoolwork."
I've still got that note when we were in the car, you two were having a fight or something, and me and Isla were just being quiet. And so I wrote a note to Isla that said, "I am so cold." And Isla said, hot." And she said, "I'm so hot too." And she also said, "I want to have an ice cream." And then I said, "I want to stick my head in a bucket of water." Ice.
And I was like, I get ya.
Yeah, it's hard. But traveling full time as a family meant that when we have disagreements, you have been there.
Yeah.
And my hope is that you'll see more of the repair side of that. I think there were times that we would fight and then say, "Look, we're really sorry," and work it out sort of with you guys there. Do you remember those things?
Yeah, I definitely do.
That the fighting and the discussions isn't the problem. It's probably the tone and how we talk about things, though, that we're learning and growing in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that feel true?
Yes, that feels very true, yes.
It is an honor to get to have the conversations after we've sort of messed up or been really messy and apologize.
Yeah.
And process through that with you guys. And you've in a typical family, maybe you go away and have these arguments, but we've been really messy with you guys around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And definitely we probably felt a little bit, I don't know, angry at you two in that moment of being like, do you have to fight right in front of us? But we get it because we did the same thing.
You guys are so wise.
What should be you?
Yes.
We are too. We're definitely wise too. But
But
you
I think
two-
it's this, like what you were saying at the start, it's this realization that we're all human and we fight and we get
Yeah.
upset and we get
Yeah.
tired and we get
Yeah.
angry and hangry and we get to experience joy
Yeah.
and excitement.
Yeah.
And there is no one else we would have rather do this with than
No.
you two. And you're right, like the wisdom, and we haven't always acted very,
as well, we haven't shown up as well as we would have liked to.
yeah. And that is also, I guess, a warning of families wanting to travel, is that it is a very stressful situation, right? Because it's very overwhelming at a lot of times and you're always together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was,
Escape.
yeah,
You can't escape.
which is a good thing, but also can be a hard thing, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, we are so grateful for you joining with us and choosing into it, because like, as much as, yes, you didn't really have a choice to some degree. We said we're going, but you could have been miserable. You could have been like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to come. I don't want to do all
We
of
did
that.
that sometimes.
And there was moments where you're like, I've had enough. But for the most part, you girls actually went, no, I want to do this. I want to choose it. I want to go on this adventure. And I just want to say thank you for holding space for us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for joining us on the adventure, for joining with us in this family, because I guess one of our biggest things is we do family together, don't we?
Yeah.
Like, it's not just mum and dad as the bosses and you girls having to do exactly what we say.
Like Elf.
Like
No.
what?
Like elves, yes. No, we
Awesome.
want to do family together, and you girls get to help us make decisions, and we love your input and we value what you've got to say and your hearts, and we are so excited for what the years ahead hold in the way we do life.
So my last question then is, where would you want our next adventure to be
Oh,
Africa.
one day?
One day.
Tahoe, Canada for skiing again.
Tahoe's in the US? Do you mean Tahoe and Canada?
The place we went skiing.
The USA,
Lake
Tahoe.
Tahoe, yeah.
That's what I meant, Lake Tahoe, yeah. For skiing, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to go skiing again and also go to Africa.
Oh my gosh, Africa, yes, we believe for that. Thank you both for joining us on this happy Sunday morning.
Thank you.
Would you want to do this again?
Yes.
Well, we better finish our thing with our... Ready? Everyone's hands in.
Hands in.
One,
could be
Two,
two,
three.
Team
Choppy!